You're watching Mirror 7 News. Stay informed, stay ahead for more news.
Carlos Alcaraz once again reminded the tennis world why he's considered one of the most exciting players of his generation. In his fourth-round match at the 2025 U.S. Open against Frenchman Arthur Rinderknecht, the 22-year-old Spaniard not only secured a straight-sets victory 7-6, 6-3, 6-4, but also delivered one of the tournament's most talked-about highlights, a jaw-dropping behind-the-back shot that left fans in awe. The point happened early in the match, with the score tied at 2 games apiece in the opening set. Alcaraz, who had been wrong-footed by Rinderknecht at midcourt, suddenly found himself in a tricky position. Most players might have scrambled defensively, but Alcaraz instead whipped his racket around his body and flicked the ball down the line. To the surprise of everyone, including Rinderknecht, the ball landed perfectly in play, forcing a rushed volley into the net. The Arthur Ashe Stadium erupted, and Alcaraz, grinning ear to ear, acknowledged the crowd by pointing to his ear, feeding off their energy. Afterward, the Spaniard admitted with a smile that the trick wasn't entirely accidental. "Sometimes I practice it," he said. "Not too often, but if the chance is there, I'll go for it. Why not?" That daring mindset has been a trademark of his game. Fearless, creative, and electrifying. The match as a whole was controlled confidently by Alcaraz. He closed the first set in a tense tiebreaker, then raised his level in the second with another piece of magic. A no-look passing shot that disguised his true intent until the very last second. By then, Rinderknecht could only shake his head and laugh, a gesture of respect for the Spaniard's audacity. For Alcaraz, this win marked yet another milestone. At just 22 years and 3 months, he became the youngest man in the Open era to reach 13 Grand Slam quarterfinals, eclipsing the record previously held by Boris Becker. His victory also secured a remarkable stat. He has held serve in 54 of his 55 service games so far in this year's tournament. His next opponent will be Czech player Jiří Lečeka, who advanced after defeating Adrian Mannarino. The match promises to be another test, but Alcaraz enters it with momentum and confidence. Already in 2025, he has reached the quarterfinal stage at all 4 majors, a first in his career. He lifted the French Open trophy in June, while earlier in the year he fell short against Novak Djokovic in Australia, and more recently lost a thrilling Wimbledon final to world number 1 Jannik Sinner. For Rinderknecht, this was his first time reaching the 4th round of a Grand Slam, and although the match ended in defeat, the Frenchman had moments to cherish. But ultimately, the night belonged to Carlos Alcaraz, a player who continues to dazzle fans, not just with his results, but with his fearless flair and joy for the game. Stay subscribed for more videos.